Have you ever had plastic on your sandwich? Get ready, this is a good one. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello humans, and thank you for joining me in another episode of the GenX Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, smash the like button. Now, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode... Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of GenX Gamer. This one's a little bit late because I've been working a lot, guys, and when I mean working a lot, I mean 50 hours a week plus Saturday. That's how much I've been working. But anyway, you know, working so much reminded me of something that happened to me when I was very young. Oh, many moons ago, right? My first job I told you guys about, if you've been following the channel, was at a donut shop, donut/pizza shop that I had. And man, was I young. You know, when people used to walk in there, it was like they would have to do a double take, right? They would go in there and they go, because there's this kid, right? All right, full disclosure, I'm not a tall guy. I'm like 5'4". So when I was 14, I was even shorter than 5'4", guys. So you can imagine when these adults would go in and just see this little kid sit in the background, right? And I would get a lot of those looks. But anyway, this one particular time, I remember it was the afternoon, and all I could think about after my shift was playing Ghosts and Goblins. That was my only obsession besides work, right? I wanted to get my job done. You know, I was a pretty responsible kid. I was really taking this job seriously because I needed it, right? I needed those $2 an hour. I needed those $2 an hour for my arcade money, and of course to give half my paycheck to my mom, which is like $24 or something. Anyway, so I was daydreaming about that stuff while I was doing my chores. You know, I had to mop up and clean the store and wipe the windows, things like that, you know. And this gentleman walks in, this very nice Asian gentleman walks in, and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, you guys serve you guys serve food too." And I was like, huh? I had no idea that the owner had all of a sudden put a menu up there. There was pizza, okay? This is a pizza donut shop. Alright, so I knew how to make pizza, and of course I just served the donuts. I wouldn't make the donuts, but was not aware of the menu change that the owner had put up there, or maybe I just didn't notice. I don't know. But the case is, this gentleman asked for a ham and cheese sandwich. Guys, I am not a good cook. And to this point in my life, at the age of 14, I had only eaten ham and cheese sandwiches, never made them, right? I knew where the ham was because I knew where the ham was for the pizza, and I knew that we had some bread lying around. I never knew what it was for, and that's why I was thinking maybe I just didn't notice the menu as opposed to, you know, them not informing me. But anyway, so I go in there and I said, maybe I would like the bread toasted, so let me toast the bread, you know. So I put it a little bit in the oven just to get it nice and ready, right? And I put the cheese on there, and all we had was mozzarella cheese. That's the only cheese in the house, right? So sprinkle that cheese in there, and I put the ham in there. Now we used ham, and we would cut it up, but the genius that was me, and I was so nervous, guys. I remember being so nervous and so stressed, and this is the reason that this memory came up, right? I'm taking on a lot at work, and I'm trying to do a good job. You know what I'm saying? This is something new for me, something that I've done, after graduation. And of course, I know the concepts of what I'm doing. But this is the first time I've done it on my own, right? Where I'm leading, for example, the pack of what I'm supposed to be doing. And I've done it in other areas as part of a team. And it's always been that way. Every place I've worked, I've been part of a team. The only thing that's different now is that it's just me. It's just me doing everything, right? And when you're part of a team, it's easier for people to back you up and, and help you out in case you forget something. So I started getting those same type of feelings of, sometimes being a little bit overwhelmed when you want to make sure you just get everything right. And that's what happened to me. I was so concentrated on getting the bread toasted right and the cheese melted just right that I forgot about the ham. Now the ham had a small piece of plastic around the edges, guys. And I just didn't know. I thought it was part of the ham, right? Thought it was part of the ham. What would happen is this ham would come in bulk, and then they would pre-cut it for us so we could serve it and put it on the pizzas. I didn't know that. I cut the piece of ham and I thought, that's the way ham is. So anyway, I get to making the sandwich, guys. I made it look really good. I think, anyway, for a 14-year-old, right? And what was this gentleman expecting, right? This guy's desperate enough to order a sandwich for me. He must have been pretty hungry, because there's other options. They're just a little bit farther away, but he chose our establishment to stop by and get food from me. So there I am. I get him his drink, I get him a sandwich, and boom, there I am. And I'm sitting there, man, like, yeah, I did this. I got this. Oh yeah. So the man takes a bite. Oh, he takes a powerful bite. This dude was hungry. He goes in there, right? And he's, and I see him do this, like, and then he starts chewing, and I'm like, this horror came, because I knew there was something wrong. I just didn't know what it was, right? I had no idea what it was. And he goes, and out starts coming this long piece of plastic, and as he's pulling it out, my face is just horrified, right? I'm scared that I'm gonna get fired now. I'm like mortified, like this guy's gonna ask for his money back, and I don't know what to do, and I'm just terrified. And as soon as he pulled it out, he looks at me. He looks at me with disgust at first, but I think when he saw my face and when he realized that I was just a kid, that I was just a 14-year-old kid trying to do my best, he let it go. He let it go, man. And I was just mortified. I was still sitting there mortified. And he's like, there's plastic in this. Did you forget to take out the plastic? And I was like, oh man, I think I did. I'm so sorry. I'm like apologizing. And he ate the sandwich. He ate the rest of the sandwich. Just, kind of peeled it off. He ate a sandwich, drank his soda, and he's like, it's gonna be okay. And it was okay. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of forgiveness and some people to make other people's situation better. That's what I learned that day. So I try not to go over the top when I know people are trying but mess up, because that'll happen a lot. Some people may have the greatest of intentions and fall a little short, and sometimes some of us will just come down hard on that other person. I'm glad that gentleman did not, because it really put me at ease. And finally, I got to stage 2 on Ghosts and Goblins, that have been kicking my butt. And I probably shouldn't have been thinking about that much. And I would have made a better sandwich. But that's how you learn, by making mistakes, man. Man, that memory just came back to me, and that whole time, you know, it was quite a learning experience, you know, being in that job at such a young age. Something I don't think many kids should go through. I think 16 is a better age to start working, not 14, 13 and a half, 14, because, you know, you're just not ready for some things. You're not mature enough. You know, maybe you can help out, but I certainly wasn't ready to be, you know, working at my own at that point. But you know, it was part of my experience, you know, and it did help me on my next job to you know, to go through those things. It made me more comfortable with customers, speaking to people, and yeah, man, it was how I got my arcade on, you know. And the gentleman came back afterwards, you know, and he would tip me, and I would always sprinkle a little extra of whatever he asked for, you know, give him more soda, he got a free refill, the bigger donut, whatever, and all because of his kindness. And some of you might need some kindness out there, or maybe you have the power to give kindness to others in a bad situation. That is the best thing you can do, guys. You know, it'll come back to you, and who knows what that person will turn out to be. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the GenX Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.